Alright guys, how's it going? This is Jose Trujillo once again coming to you from the art studio, and today I want to show you how I'm going to, can you see it right, Mija, from there? How I'm going to stretch this canvas print.
It's fine.
This is a canvas print, okay? It's a Giclee or what do you call it? Inkjet print onto a canvas. It's a really nice quality canvas. It's really thick and whatnot. That doesn't matter right now. I just want to say that because I can. So earlier I showed you guys how I stretched. How I created the stretcher. I got the stretcher right here. I show you guys how I did that. And right now I'm going to show you how I'm going to put. Well, let me put the stretcher right here for a little bit. How I'm going to stretch it on the stretcher. Stretch the canvas on the stretcher. So here we go. What you're gonna do is you wanna flip it. Here, let me do this like that because I want the top part of the painting to be there for some reason. It makes me feel nice. But it doesn't matter. You just flip it around. Okay, make sure your table is clean. You don't have paint or anything like that. I made sure to have this table clean even though it's got paint, but it's dry paint. Okay, so you get your stretcher bar and you put it just like that. Now the trick is to make sure that you have equal sizes around, equal distance right here. So that when you stretch it, when you staple it, because we're gonna staple it, it's equally distributed. So here we go. I'm going to get something like this. For example, the way I do it here, because of the way it's measured, I need 4 inches on each side. Okay, so this is how... I feel like I neatly sat here to talk.
No,
because... No, I'm just joking. Because I feel like people are like, dude... I love when you're talking, Lisa. I need 4 inches around, so this is what I'm doing right here. Okay? Making sure that 4 inches are all the way around. Just like that, guys. Now this is a wrap-around canvas, which means that the image wraps around. Okay, it's a gallery wrap, or however you want to call it. The staples are on the back. The staples won't be on the side. The staples will be back here. So I make sure to even bleed out extra image. Okay. Now this might take a little bit extra measuring or practice, guys, if you're doing this with your own prints. Maybe you're not doing prints. Maybe you're just trying to stretch a canvas. Okay, so this will do it. Okay. I have a. If you're doing multiples, if you're not doing one every now and then, I have someone who does this for me. But if you're doing it every now and then, this is perfect. If you're doing multiples, get yourself one of those professional ones with pneumatic, one of the pneumatic straight stapler, the compressor. Get yourself one of those really good ones so that you can use them over and over. Okay, I love that. Recording me at the same time. That's the way it's done. See? These are the staples that I like to use just because you're able to get them really right in there. 5/16, okay? 8 millimeter. Oh, sorry guys. Check it out. Okay, these are the staples that I like to use. They're long enough. This is his actual size. So they'll go deep into the wood. As opposed to something shorter. I don't know. This is what I like to use. It's very simple to get it in there, guys. If you haven't done this before, I'm sure you know how to operate a stapler. This is a heavy-duty stapler. You just put it in there, and then there it is, right? And then you're ready to rock and roll, okay? I don't know why I do this. Anyways, it's another story. So here we go, guys. where I'm going to start, are you able to see
yes,
where I'm at?
You can see perfectly.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to be able to start from the middle, okay? This is what I want to do. Now, you don't want to pull from the start, okay? So what I do is that I just do this. You don't want to pull because it's already measured. So I'm going to put a little staple right here. Bam, okay? I'm going to do another one about 4 inches next to it. Bam. And then make sure you don't pull this too much, okay? Not just enough to create the fold. Be careful with those fingers. Now this stapler the wood is stronger. So I may have to like tap it here a little bit with a hammer. I'll show you how to do it without ruining the image. Okay? So that's why I get someone else to do them, because they have that more either softer, well, because you can't really, unless you know what pine wood you're buying, that soft wood, then you can do it easily. If not, you'll need a pneumatic, high power stapler. Just like that. Okay? And then I put one like every 4 inches, guys. Okay? Then I come this way, and because this is a print, I don't stretch too much, but I'll stretch enough. Just not overstretch, because it's a print. Okay? The reason why is because I don't want to distort the image that is already there. So, bam. And then stretch a little bit more. You don't need one of those stretchers. I don't even know. Like people sell those. Like those upholstery stretchers. Supposedly to stretch canvas, but they make no sense in my world. I tried using them. Maybe you feel like you need one. I don't know.
Sorry, I had to get in your video for a second.
About every 4 inches. You can do it more, but right now what I'm trying to do is to get it in place really well. Okay? Very simple, yet effective. Now what I'm going to do right here is stretch. Now what you want to do here is stretch. Remember right here, you don't want to stretch in the first one. But here is the first one of the other, making no sense. Of the other side, you actually want to stretch here.
Because both sides, stretch, or?
It's a light stretch. It's not a very heavy stretch. But you want to stretch because this is reinforced already. Okay? You don't want to pull too hard where you actually end up maybe ripping the image, or who knows, right? Depending on what you're stretching. But it's a nice little pull. All right? Something like that. Now, you don't staple all the way in. You see I didn't staple all the way in? There's a reason for that, because we're going to do a fold right there. So the fold, you can do it either way. The way I like to do the fold is getting the longer side, right? If you're doing something rectangular like this. And fold it like that, look. You see? You fold it like this. Very simple. From here, you fold it to where the wood is. You don't pull here because remember your wood is there's corner in the wood, so you don't want to pull too much. Okay? You do the first one right there, and then the second fold, I hope you're able to see. You can give it more space if you need to. What I mean is that you can pull this in or out in order to create this thing right here. This is what you're looking for. Okay? If your thing looks like that, okay, just give it more space, give it more. What I mean is that you have access right here. Okay? It also happens that you may give it a lot more and it'll come out like that. So in order to align it like a shoelace, right here. Okay? I don't take this long, guys. I'm taking this long to show you. So now what you want to do is, bam, take that and this, and you want to secure this one right here. Bam, like that. You want to do the same thing over here in this corner. Exactly the same way. There you go. See? Ooh la la.
Magnifico.
Magnifique. Magnifique. Be careful with them fingers, guys, okay? Be careful with your fingers when you're doing stuff like this. If you like what you're seeing, give me some hearts. Tell me. Corazón de melón.
I'm your corazón de melón.
You are my corazón de melón. See? Now you want to pull this one. It's a light pull, but it's firm, okay?
Now, is stretching a giclee similar to stretching unpainted canvas?
Totally.
Or is there...
It's similar, but when you're stretching a giclee, what you're looking for is to not harm the image, because now you have the image factor.
Right.
That's pretty much it. When you're stretching a canvas that has no image, it's just a canvas.
Do you pull it tighter? Because
No,
you
it's pretty much the same. If you need it to be like drum tight, I don't like to pull them tight unless I'm ready to paint them. And the way I do that is that I put a little bit of water behind them. Or when you're ready to paint them, you gesso them, because most canvas doesn't come gessoed. And if it does come gessoed, it needs an extra. For me, it needs an extra coat of gesso, because it's not. They put minimal gesso. They don't put.
So that's your Friday pro tip of the day.
It sure is. Is that what they're called?
A little bit of light water on the back.
A little bit of light water on the back. Not on this prints, okay? Because this is a different type of thing. Okay, not on the prints. The prints, however you stretch it, is the way it's going to be. That's the way it's going to end. I don't like to stretch in too much, because you can distort images when you do that. So there's a little. It's firm, but it's not so much, because you can distort the image. Because you already have an image here, and it's ink. So I'll show you how to seal them. This one's already sealed. I seal them with an impasto coat. So
and hand embellished.
Hand embellished, yeah. And I'll show you how to hand embellish them also later, and how you hand embellish them also with paint. Those are the other videos, guys. Let's not get over our heads yet. You do the same thing here. You don't staple all the way to the corner, because you want to leave that room. If you staple all the way to the corner, it's very hard to do this. You might even not be able to do it. You might take a staple out. If you happen to do it, don't freak out. Just get a screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, and get that staple out. I'll show you how to do that. Those are little things, little tricks that you learn how to do. The reason why you use a flathead is because you don't want to ruin the image. You're really trying to take care of the image as you're doing this. You know, you're thinking about two things. You want to stretch it, you want to take care of it, but you want to take care of the image. You do the same thing right here. Notice that when I remove this thing, I don't just push it. You want to lift it as you move it, because you don't want to be scrubbing off. You won't be scrubbing the image, because it's already the glaze, the protective coat, whatever you're putting on, the acrylic coat is already on there. There's a reason why it's already on there. Some people like to say, man, I like to put that at the end. I don't. I like to put it before. Here's why, guys. I've done this hundreds of times, if not thousands now. The stretching this type of prints, I've probably done thousands of times now. The reason why you want to put it before you stretch it and not at the end is because if you put it after you stretch it, you're now creating. It's going to be wobbly. See, not as nicely tight like this. It's nice and tight. Because of the heaviness and your hand as you're putting the brush in there, you know, you're pulling on this. You're pulling on the staples as you're doing that. And essentially you're like punching it lightly. You don't want to do that. Okay?
Oh, good to know.
Good, totally. See? That's what you want it to look like. If you had one.
It looks beautiful.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's so damn cool. Now, here's a little trick right here, guys. This I like to sign mine with pens, with oil-based paints or acrylic-based paints, however you want. This is a, what do you call this pen, Mija? a leafing. So you can use a gold or a silver or whatever suits your je ne sais quoi. This is a perfect opportunity to sign your name or whatever. Look, I'm gonna sign my even though my last name is right here because it's part of the painting, I'm going to sign on this side right here. Lightly, not too much, but enough for people to be like, dude, I know who that guy is. That guy's awesome. Thank you so much, Shanaz. I really appreciate it. For oil paintings, that's a whole different thing, Shanaz. This is a print. This is an inkjet print, Giclee. For oil painting, let's say that you have an oil painting you want to stretch and you want to put a protective coat. You want to use varnish, varnish for oils, and that comes in spray or it comes in brush, and that's a whole other thing. For this one, you want to use acrylic. You want to treat it like you're treating an acrylic painting for inkjets.
And also, Shanaz, with the varnishing, remember that oil takes
about 6 months to cure.
6 months to fully cure, and so you don't want to varnish and seal before it's completely dry.
Totally. And when you're carrying these things, you want to carry them like this, okay? You don't want to put your hands in here because this has no fix. The acrylics, they really have no fix. I mean, there's ways of doing it, but it's going to take much more time. If you put it an indent, if you indent it, you make it wobbly. And it's not like a regular canvas where you just put water in it, automatically fixes. Although some people have tried that, and there's occasions where it works and where it doesn't. This come in different types. Some of them, like this one, is a printable canvas, really nice one. But some of them come in plastic. On plastic, that polyester. I don't like to use those, but some of them come in that.
We actually don't use those anymore because of how loose they got.
Yeah, they're like extremely good for photos and whatnot, and the quality of them, it's really good for printing. But I didn't like that they became wobbly after some time. I didn't like that, so I stopped using those. I stopped carrying those, and now I got another company that does them for me. So this is how I do it. This is my last name right here. Look, check it out. Let me see if you can see this. Look, in silver. Ooh la la. It looks so awesome. Right here, it says world's greatest living artist. In short. In short. So that's pretty much how it's done, guys. The wiring and all that, it's something else also that you want to make sure that you know how to do also. If you haven't done that, it's so simple. There's nothing to it. But as I showed you in other videos, it's you want to be able to do the wiring about 1/4 inch. So you want to start your loop about 1/4 inch from of course from the top of the artwork. Okay? You don't want to do it too high. You don't want to do it too low, because if you do it too low, you have this happening on the wall. This kind of thing. It's either doing this or it's going to be doing this, depending on the weight of the artwork. So you want to do about 1/4 down, okay? Now that's about 1/4 down, somewhere around there, okay? So there you guys have it. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoy this little session of the stretching. It's really cool. It makes a whole other product, you know, if you're selling paintings and you're able to know how to market and sell this, because it's a whole other way to market and sell them. It's not like a lot of artists want to go after that and keep your originals, and if you can pull it off, cool. But most people don't know how to do that, so they don't know how to pull it off, and they end up kind of frustrated that they thought they were going to keep their originals and sell the prints. You need a huge audience for that, guys, and most people don't have a big audience. So, anyways, that's a whole other video, but you can try that. Shana says, sorry misspelling, I meant to say used acrylic varnish over water mixable oils. Oh, okay. You know what? I haven't done that, to be quite honest. I've used water mixable oils, but I never coated them. I'm gonna get back to you with that. I'm actually gonna try water mixable oils for some large abstracts that I'm gonna be doing. And someone from Winton, I think, that works at Winton, recommended me that. And it's a nice, not substitution, but it's a nice way of creating watercolor like large paintings. And I'm going to try that. So I'll get back to you because I've never done that. I don't want to tell you something that I haven't done. I've never done it.
Maybe that would be a fun tutorial video.
Totally. I'm going to try those water mixable. I've painted with them before. I've just never coated them. So I don't know if you can use acrylic. If someone knows, if someone's done it, please share. I've never coated water mixable acrylics. So, but I'll make a video on it. And I'll get back to you with that. If you're painting with acrylics, or you're using inkjet like this one, Giclee, then you want to coat it with an acrylic base coat. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so. That's awesome. Thank you, guys. Take care and please like, comment, share, whatever happens here on Instagram. Take care. Till next time. Bye bye.